USPAP, page 286. Appraisal development. Subject property sales history continued. Number 225. Multiple sales or transfers of the subject property. Question. If the subject property, such as a single-family dwelling, has sold more than once in the 3 years prior to the effective date of the appraisal, am I required to analyze all of these sales or just the most recent sales? Also, what am I required to do if a transfer of ownership is due to a foreclosure sale or is a sale between family members or other related parties? Response. Standards Rule 1-5 states, when the value opinion to be developed is market value, an appraiser must, if such information is available to the appraiser in the normal course of business, A. Analyze all agreements of sale, options, or listings of the subject property current as of the effective date of the appraisal, and B. Analyze all sales of the subject property that occurred within 3 years prior to the effective date of the appraisal. The comment to Standards Rule 2-2A Roman numeral 8 and B Roman numeral 8 requires the written appraisal report to disclose the analysis of the subject sales, options, and listings in accordance with Standards Rule 1-5. It also states if such information is unobtainable, a statement on the efforts undertaken by the appraiser to obtain the information is required. If such information is irrelevant, a statement acknowledging the existence of the information and citing its lack of relevance is required. Therefore, you must report and analyze all, that's highlighted, of the sales, not just the most recent one. This would also include any, that's highlighted, type of sale, whether it was arm's length or not. If a transfer of ownership was the result of a sale between family members or otherwise related parties or involved a foreclosure sale, the appraiser is still obligated to analyze and report it. In addition, if sales beyond the minimum 3-year period or options and listings that may not be current and are identified and relevant to the appraisal of the subject property, they should also be analyzed and reported. It is important to understand that assignment conditions for some appraisal assignments, particularly those in which the current version of Fannie Mae Form 1004, Freddie Mac Form 70, is used for the report, require that the appraiser also report and analyze transfers of ownership that did not necessarily result from a sale transaction. Refer to Advisory Opinion Number 1, Sales History, for further guidance. Number 226, Offers to purchase subject property. Question. Are offers to purchase the subject property prior to the effective date of the appraisal pertinent information required to be considered under Standards Rule 1-5? Response. Standards Rule 1-5A states, when the value opinion to be developed is market value, an appraiser must, if such information is available to the appraiser in the normal course of business, analyze all agreements of sale, options, or listings of the subject property current as of the effective date of the appraisal. End of page. Page 287. Standards Rule 1-5A does not require that an offer to purchase the subject property that is prior to the effective date of the appraisal be considered and analyzed. Agreements of sale and options are generally significant to solving an appraisal problem because they involve a meeting of the minds about the property's value between the potential buyer and seller. A listing of the subject property is likewise significant in that it indicates the property's availability in the market. A mere offer to purchase by a potential buyer, however, does not necessarily correlate to the property's value or even to the owner's desire to sell. Furthermore, information about a purchase offer is often confidential and sometimes may not be available to the appraiser in the normal course of business. Nevertheless, the appraiser is required by Standards Rule 1-1B to not comment a substantial error of omission or commission that significantly affects an appraisal. If information about a purchase offer is available to the appraiser, even if the offer is not current and that information is relevant to solving the appraisal problem, it must be considered. In some cases, an offer would be relevant to the appraisal problem only because it points to other information concerning the property or the market about which the appraiser should know. For example, if the appraiser learns of an offer that seems out of character with market trends, additional research might lead the appraiser to discover property or market characteristics that support the offering price. Number 227, current sales contract is not provided. Question: I am an appraiser with several clients that do not provide a copy of the current sales contract as a part of their standard appraisal ordering procedures. In addition, the parties to the transaction have been requested by the client not to provide either the contract or information contained in the sales contract to the appraiser. If the client withholds the current pending sale contract, can I still perform the assignment in compliance with USPAP? Response: yes. Standards Rule 1-5 and 7-5 require real and personal property appraisers to analyze all agreements of sale that are current at the effective date of the appraisal if such information is available to the appraiser in the normal course of business. Since these contracts are not available to you, you can complete the assignment and still be in compliance with USPAP. However, the comment to Standards Rule 1-5 and 7-5 reference the related reporting standards rules, which require the appraiser to include a statement on the efforts of the appraiser to obtain the information in the report. Therefore, if you have attempted to obtain the current contract and could not, you must disclose how you attempted to obtain the contract in your report. For more information regarding the meaning of normal course of business, see Advisory Opinion 24, Normal Course of Business, which is applicable to both real and personal property. Number 228, pending sales as comparables. Question: can a pending sale be used as a comparable if the fact that the sale is pending is disclosed in the appraisal report? Response: yes. USPAP does not require the use of a pending sale as a comparable, nor does USPAP prohibit such use. In addition, Standards Rule 1-1B requires that an appraiser not comment a substantial error of omission or commission that significantly affects an appraisal. Not considering a pending sale of a property highly similar to the subject property could constitute an omission that would significantly affect the appraisal. USPAP requires. End of page.